What's up, people? We are back with more of Pokémon Academy Life. We may have finished the demo, but we're not completely done with this game because, well, in the previous video we decided that we were going to be doing or just looking at every single elective class. And besides the fact that we already did Fire and Dragon in our original playthrough, in the previous video we actually did Fighting, Rock, Ground, and Electric. And for this particular video we'll be doing 4 more elective classes, which are going to be Bug, Psychic, Poison, and Ghost. So I'm really looking forward to that. I kind of made it a point to try and predict which teacher is going to be for the particular elective class. And for Bug, the person that comes to mind is, I think it was Bugsy, right? Wasn't he in the... I can't exactly remember where he was from, but there was a particular Bug Pokemon gym in, I believe it was Black and White. So I think his name was Bugsy, but I'm not entirely sure. And that's going to be my guess for who the teacher is going to be. But yeah, let us pick Bug first, as we're going to be going with that as an elective, and then Psychic as our secondary one. Bam! Ooh, the Bug class. As I look around the room, I see Trevor sitting dead center up front. Hey Trevor! Hello Luda. I'd almost forgotten you were taking this class. Won't you take a seat? Don't mind if I do. Alright. Morning students. Welcome to your Bug type class for this semester. As you may have guessed, I'm your teacher Bug. Is it that guy? I feel like it might be that guy from Black and White, and I just completely fucked up his name saying Bugsy. That doesn't really doesn't even sound like a real fucking name for any guy in the Pokemon universe. Please do call me Bug. None of this Mr. Berg or teacher nonsense. I'd rather you think of me more as your friend rather than your boss. It is my job to care about my students after all. And I'd like you to think of this class not as a lecture, but as a studio of sorts. We'll be studying the anatomy and evolution of bug Pokemon for the first part of the semester, and then we'll move on to rendering live models. What? This is an art class? I mean, I kinda guessed figuring from the palette he had in his hand, you know? If we're lucky, perhaps we can take a field trip to attend one of Johto's bug catching contests. Oh, yeah. He might be... I remember the Johto bug contest, bug catching contest for sure, because I remember actually catching a Scyther and a Pinsir. So yeah, holy crap, how could I have forgotten about that? Nobody told me we'd be traveling to other regions. Then again, nobody told me anything about the school in general, just like in the last video. Are there any questions so far? Yes, in the front. Your name? It's Trevor, sir. None of this sir stuff either. Please, call me Berg. Yes, sir. I mean, Berg. I was wondering what you meant when you said we were going to be rendering models. Yes, in the latter half of the semester, you will all be responsible for choosing an art medium and using it to apply your understanding of bug Pokemon anatomy. We will have live models available, so you don't have to worry about drawing from memory. Wasn't this all in the online syllabus? No matter. We should have plenty of time to prepare before we start. I have a slideshow ready. Let me start the projector. Eek! Sounds like somebody outside the classroom. Sorry. Am I late? What was her name again? Bianca? It was Bianca, right? I'm pretty sure it was Bianca. Yes, you are. What's your name? I'm Bianca. I'm so sorry for being late. I was looking at a billboard outside the gym, and I didn't notice that. It's fine. Since it's the first day of class, I'll let it slide. He seems to be a very mellow teacher, Berg. Not really like, oh, you're 1 minute late. Alright, get the fuck out of my class. You're not even allowed inside. Some teachers are like that. Like, they just like actually actively look at their watch and is like, yep, on my watch. It is now 15 minutes past 11, so that's the time when it starts. I'm gonna close the door, put a lock on it, double lock it, and just, nobody's going in or out until I say so. Luckily, this guy is not like that. but do note that showing up late 4 times will result in a letter grade reduction. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Please don't call me... I'll save that for another time. Take a seat. I'm about to start the presentation. Sure thing. After that little episode, we watched a documentary about the life stages of a Weedle. Waddle, waddle, waddle. It wasn't very interesting, and it ate up the rest of the period, but I should appreciate these slow days before things start getting hectic. That took a little longer than expected. It is the first class though, so it'll probably stop feeling like that once we get into a groove. Next is... Nope, Psychic class. Oh, it's the Psychic class. What was the girl's name in Kanto? Was it Sabrina? It could be Sabrina, the teacher of this. Who else is a psychic trainer or gym? None really come to mind. Agatha? Agatha was kind of psychic. Although I think Agatha was more ghost though. She wasn't psychic really. She had some half psychic Pokemon or just some psychic Pokemon. But I think she was mainly considered a ghost trainer or ghost Elite 4 member. So yeah, if I had to guess, it would probably be Sabrina. I take a good look around the room and find absolutely nobody that I recognize. That's kind of a bummer. Then again, I never had too much trouble making friends in the past, so I'm not that worried. Wow, this is actually the first time where none of our friends or anyone that we know is in the same class as us. Whereas in all the other previous classes, I'm pretty sure there was always at least one person. So this is going to be a new experience. Salutations, my students! Welcome to your Psychic class. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the Great Will, your teacher. For this class, we will not only be learning about psychic Pokemon, but we will also be training your innate psychic powers as well. I have innate psychic powers? Are psychic powers? Unbeknownst to most, every living being in the world has psychic potential. The power is just hidden away, and it'll be my job to bring it out of you to increase your natural focus. If your focus is too weak, your telepathic bond with your Pokemon will be severed easily. You must become familiar with ESP, and your Pokemon will become undefeatable. And as you can see, I am quite the capable ESPer. Wow, he's making books float in the distance. Wow, that's really cool, albeit a bit terrifying. Thank you, thank you. If you want to achieve this level of telekinesis, you must understand, first, the steps to ESP. The first step to using ESP is to practice meditation. And to meditate efficiently, you must have solid concentration. In order to have solid concentration, you must rid your mind of distractions. Distractions may come in many shapes and forms, but mostly they are... This all sounds like a load of baloney to me. I casually glance around the room and see a girl near me texting on her phone. Yeah, can't really blame her. This isn't exactly the most exciting way to start off the class. I'm actually kind of surprised that we find this rather boring, considering this guy is making stuff float, right? Like, sure, it's not entirely too surprising if it turned out to be just some kind of magic trick and someone is actually up on the ceiling with invisible ropes attached to the paper, and that's how he's supposedly making the books fly or float or whatever. But still, it would at least catch my attention a little bit and go like, is that real or not? Yeep! I think that's coming from her phone. Who is that girl? Please turn off your cell phones. Technology dampens the focus of mind and body. The faster you rid yourself of technology, the faster you will reach psychic enlightenment. Right. I mean, duh. Who needs that stuff? Who is that girl? Now I'm definitely sure that came from her. Technology is dumb. Poor girl. Huh? I honestly didn't plan on staring at her for this long, but watching her reactions is kind of amusing. And watching her sweat and blush at the same time. I'm guessing you like Pokemon Rangers. Shh, not so loud. Hey, I'm not judging. I think it's cool that you like that show. Wait, really? You don't think it's lame? Of course not. I used to watch that show all the time when I was a kid. I thought Fire Ranger was kick-ass. Wasn't there actually a Pokemon game called... I'm pretty sure there was a game called Pokemon Ranger, right? But... I'm actually looking it up right now. Yeah, there was a game. Because I remember seeing it when I was like looking through the amount of games, but it's an action role-playing video game, okay? But I think it was more a play on the words of like, you know, Power Rangers and then in the Pokemon universe, rather than actually a reference to the game. I think, I could be wrong about that. What? No way! Normal Ranger was the coolest! He always came in at just the right time to save the day. Haha, yeah, he was really cool too. Though man, those were the days. Hey, would you mind not telling anyone about this? It's kind of embarrassing. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me, unknown girl. Of course, your secret's safe with me. Thanks. I'm Luda. I'm Skyla. Nice to meet you. X and Y, I'm telling you already, X and Y. Fuck me, never mind. She's actually the Miss Charlton gym leader of Black and White. And Will is apparently an Elite Four member in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. So Johto, I imagine, I think. I really don't remember this character at all. Like, even though some characters are from the older generations, some I actually don't recognize at all. Maybe they just weren't that... They didn't left, like, you know... You have some characters which just really stand out to you, and then you have these other characters which, even though you've seen them before, you're just like, Especially after, you know, seeing them again for the second time after... I don't know how many freaking years, probably somewhere between 5 and 10 years, and you're just like, I don't think I ever knew this character. And then when you look it up, you're like, okay. And sometimes it still doesn't ring a bell, sometimes it actually just rings something inside of you and just like, I remember it. But this guy, nope, no freaking clue. Now, for our first exercise, I want you all to close your eyes and concentrate on your thoughts on one thing. It doesn't matter what, as long as it's the only thing you're thinking about. This way, you can attune yourselves to your natural focus and bring out your inner telekinetic powers. Well, no harm in trying, I guess. Oops, I fell asleep. Oops, was that my pencil? Did I stab someone in the eye? What? Oh, who is that? That's not Sabrina, right? That's gotta be some other magical psychic woman. Clearly my brain is trying to play tricks on me, but my eyes are telling me this girl's levitating a pencil. Don't tell me she's an Esper too, or ESPer. I like Esper much more. You dropped this. Oh, that's my pencil. Thanks? Do you want me to like catch it in mid-air? Well, do you want it back or not? Yes, sorry. Thank you. What? I didn't catch your name. Sabrina. It is Sabrina. Thanks, Sabrina. I'm Luda. I knew she would show up. I mean, something with psychic, definitely Sabrina. That will make a lot of sense. How long have you been practicing magic tricks? Especially from like the first season of the cartoons or the anime. Sabrina left such an, like, that was a character and just the entire story of her. And actually just the entire, like, adventures of Ash within the, what was her city called again? Fuck. Saffron City, right? I think it was Saffron City, but yeah, the entire time when Ash was in that city in the anime, that was actually really memorable for me as a child back then, and it was kind of creepy as well, so it's kind of cool to see Sabrina back. How long have you been practicing magic tricks? Right. Well, I'll just, turn back this way. My heart's about to jump out of my chest. Oh, what if she was trying to levitate our heart, you know? I felt like my life was in danger just by talking to her. Alright, that's enough for that now. Open your students, or students. Open your students right now. Let's move on to basic telepathy theory, shall we? No, we shall not. Oh, time's up already. That's okay. We'll continue next time. We can only keep getting better from here. This has to be one of the weirdest classes I've ever had to take part in. Yeah, floating shit everywhere. Not literally shit, of course. I really hope things manage to normalize in the future. What a day it's been. Still, one more class though. Gotta finish strong. No, 2 more classes. Oh, it's poison time. The first thing that comes to mind is obviously Koga. Is there any other poison trainer? Not really. Probably Koga, right? I think so. I take a good look around the room and find absolutely nobody that I recognize. That's kind of a bummer. Then again, I've never had much trouble making friends in the past, so I'm not that worried. Of course, let's make some new friends again. I wonder where the teacher is. 5 minutes have gone by since class technically started. Well, no complaints. I'll take this time to stretch my arms a bit. Is there a rule like that in for other people in school as well? That if this teacher hasn't showed up 50 minutes after the original class is supposed to start, then you're actually allowed to just leave and just like, yeah, class has been cancelled. That was a rule for at least in us in high school, and I'm not sure if it actually counts in college as well. It actually has never happened here. Oh, it happened once, but that was just due to a scheduling error. But anyway, that was definitely a rule at some point during my school, but I'm not sure if that was only like my school or in my country or in other people. I'm actually kind of interested in that, because otherwise you're just kind of sitting there, right? Yeah, the teacher hasn't shown up for 30 minutes yet. What the fuck do we do? So we were just allowed to just get up and leave after 15 minutes if he still hadn't shown up. Whoops, knocked over a pencil. Holy, what a dive! I think this girl was sitting 2 seats behind me. How'd she react that fast? I didn't even get to glance in the direction my pencil was heading. That was a nice catch. Thanks, but it was nothing. No, I'm serious. Your reaction time is insane. I barely reacted myself. Really? You're training for the Pokémon League, aren't you? This really isn't all that impressive. Oh, nah, I'm just messing with you. It's okay if your reflexes are a bit slow. There are plenty of other things to worry about in the big leagues anyway. You didn't have to go and say, "Oh, my name's Gardenia. What's yours?" "I'm Luda." "Nice meeting you, Luda." She really doesn't look familiar. "Oh, I hear something." Gardenia nimbly goes back, or more like it jumps back into her seat. Koga! Yes, it's freaking Koga. I mean, that is a good way apparently to make friends. I mean, it works for Ash/Luda at the moment. Just drop your pencil and bam, you got a new friend right there. I should do that more often if I ever feel like I need a friend. Whoa, was this guy here the whole time? Welcome to the poison class, children. I am your instructor, Koga! What is this guy? Some kind of ninja? I am not only a master of poison-type Pokemon, but also a master of ninjutsu! Of course. You must all be here because you expect me to teach you poison Pokemon. In that, you are correct. But that is not all I will teach you. I shall teach you the importance of human and Pokemon mind, and how easy they are to manipulate. Let me start this class with a simple question to you. What makes a Pokemon strong? Muscle. No, that's not it. This sounds like a trick question. It's gotta be the Pokemon's level. Duh. Is that even a real question? Ha 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 ha. How can you be so sure? What? Its combat potential will be higher, obviously. How can you be a teacher and not know that? Speaking of which, what kind of teacher is late to class on the first day? I thought this was an elite school. Oh my god, why does he have to be rude? A kunai flew across the room and embedded itself in the back wall. Oh! Fool! If you understood Pokemon, then you have understood why I remained hidden. Can anyone guess why? I'll give you a hint. It is more important than strength, technique, skill, all of that. Huh. What is more important than that? Being stealthy? I don't know. Nobody knows? Well, then... Is it knowing your opponent before the encounter? Ooh, who is that girl? Go on. Like, you analyze their weak points and capabilities beforehand, and so you don't have to make things up on the fly. Who that girl? You! What? What is your name? Hilda, sir. Explain your thinking, Hilda. It's really self-explanatory. If you engage a Pokemon or a trainer without knowing anything about them, you're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage. It's Pokemon Battling 101. Hilda is correct. Pokemon are not merely about brute strength. You must understand your opponent's strengths, weaknesses, their mentality. If you know these things, even the weakest Pokemon can defeat the strongest. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I get the point that he's trying to make. Like, yeah, it definitely... I mean, a weaker Pokemon can definitely beat a stronger Pokemon based on types and all that other stuff. But not the weakest can defeat the strongest. I'm pretty sure that's not... I mean, I would test it out right now if I could by catching like a level 1 Magikarp and try to have it defeat a level 100 Pikachu or something. But that's not really going to work out, I think. On the field. I mean, okay, that's actually a bad type matchup for Magikarp, so I guess we could make it Rock Pokemon, Onix or something, or Geodude, Golem. On the field, you must exploit every possible advantage you can get. If there are none in sight, then you must make them yourself. Confusion, poison, sleep, all tools to gain the upper hand, and all signature tools of Pokemon or poison-type Pokemon. You shall learn soon enough. This guy is starting to make it sound like we're going to assassinate someone rather than just study Pokemon. Oh, I would enroll in this class immediately if that was the case. But despite the dubious nature of the teacher, this looks to be a really helpful and informative class. Ah, has it been 1 hour already? Very well. You are dismissed. Well, he was kinda hiding for 1/4 of the entire duration of class. Oh, it's Ghost Elective class with Trevor as well here. Alright, teacher. Agatha, I really hope it's Agatha. I love me some grannies. Not in the way that... Okay, that sounded really wrong. I didn't mean it in that way, okay guys? I didn't mean it that way. As I look around the room, I see Trevor sitting dead center up front. Hey Trevor. Hello Luda. I'd almost forgotten you were taking this class. Won't you take a seat? Don't mind if I do. Isn't this the exact same conversation? Bonjour, my students. How is everybody? That accent. She's not from around here, is she? Fantina? Who the fuck is Fantina? I am Fantina. I'm your teacher for Ghost class. Like you, I am new to this school. I am also new to country, and I hope to learn alongside you all as year goes by. I came to country because I have heard about its Pokemon and unique contests. And much to my delight, c'était très magnifique. They were unlike anything I have seen. That was really butchered French right there. Like, I had to do French on the spot there. That was like, holy fuck. I had to, like, recall classes that I had many, many years ago to try and, you know, come up with something that kind of sounds French. And it did kind of sound like French, but it was absolutely horrible, of course. It is quite amazing how many things we have not experienced, and I might never experience in the world, no? C'est la vie. But you are all still so young. You must not yet realize how big the world truly is. Tell me about it. I wouldn't want to know how I'd turn out if I spent the rest of my entire life cooped up in Pallet Town. Pardon. I did not mean to make mood sad. But the fragility of humanity is quite interesting, no? Oh, Shahum, your name? My name is Trevor. I have read somewhere that the spirits of deceased humans are sometimes born as Yamask or Drifloon. Is there any scientific basis for these assumptions? Très bon. Oui. It is accepted among many ghost experts and scientists that the human spirits are linked to the birth of some Pokémon like Yamask and Drifloon. There is? Of course. Why, there are so many cases of Yamask reacting to objects and images that relate to their former human selves. This supports theories that they retain memories of themselves when they were still human. Enfin, I have seen cases where Yamask even possess the body of a human to live their lives as humans again. I had always thought those were just delusions of grandeur. I had no idea this was actually supported by the scientific community. No. Almost all Pokemon researchers recognize these as facts. It is almost a possible explanation for the behavior, après tout. I'm not sure if I should be fascinated or if I should feel sad for lost souls like Yamask. Who knew that Pokemon and humans were so closely related on a spiritual level? Whoops, drop my pencil. Always the freaking pencil, man. Who's catching us? Sabrina too? Huh? Who? Clearly my brain is trying to play tricks on me, but my eyes are telling me this girl's levitating a pencil. Is there a rogue ghost Pokemon in this room? Is she some kind of ESP or Esper or something? You dropped this. I feel like I've done this before. Oh, that's my pencil. Well, do you want it back or not? Yes, sorry. Thank you. What? I didn't catch your name. Sabrina. Thanks, Sabrina. I'm Luda. So, how long have you been practicing magic tricks? She seems offended. She's like, I am not a magician or a magic trick person. How dare you offend me? Right. Well, I'll just, turn back this way. My heart's about to jump right out of my chest. I felt like my life was in danger just by talking to her. And now, continuing with our lecture, I require a volunteer to become a human spirit for the class. Oh, je plaisante, a joke. Stop. I don't think I can handle any more of this. Oh yes, no more je plaisante or whatever. Oh heavens, what is this? Look at the time. We in France do not have clocks. Au revoir, students. Be certain to check the syllabus for required readings. What a day it's been. Still, only one more class. No. This is unfortunately going to be the end of this video. Like, unfortunately, I mean, it makes sense, right? The fact that there are 16 electives in total, and there has to be some sort of like logic to it, right? Depending on the electives that you choose. you're going to be meeting some specific characters. Like, for example, we met Sabrina twice now, whereas in the other 6 electives that we chose, we actually didn't meet Sabrina during those at all. So your electives probably tie into the kind of the direction that your story goes as well. It makes sense, of course, right? So yeah, this is probably why we're seeing a lot of like characters that we just met now, and then sometimes we're seeing them actually quite often now. Like, for example, that scene with Sabrina happened twice. The girl Hilda was a new girl that we actually met, and the other girl as well, who's Skyla, yeah, that was her name. So yeah, some scenes are kind of similar, some scenes are new, but you know, it makes a lot of sense because it's probably just dependent on the type of direction that we're going to be going at some point when the full game is going to be coming out. But we're going to be ending this video right here. This was the end of the second elective classes video. I think there are going to be 2 more after this, and then that's pretty much going to be the end of this series, unfortunately. But we will be playing the full game when it does come out, but that's probably still a whiles away. But until then, we still got 2 more videos to do, so I hope to see you then. So I want to thank you guys so very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.